What's up, guys? It's Missy. I am back with another SimCity Buildit video. Today we're going to be doing a video about the items for sale in your main menu. I'm going to show you guys some of the more popular purchases for Epic Pointers and maybe the things that you should consider for the Black Friday sale. Now, I highly recommend that you do not purchase anything at all until the Black Friday sale. Every single year for the past 6 years, SimCity has put all categories on sale on Black Friday. Okay, so usually they start off with 3 categories at a time. So don't be fooled by that and then spend all your stuff. And then, a couple days later, they put the other categories and you're sitting there with nothing left to spend. So just be aware of that. Okay, on the final day, they put everything on sale. So you have another chance to kind of go back and purchase something if you maybe, didn't buy something that you wanted, and then they give you another chance. So before we get started, let's go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button. We are on Facebook at SimCity Buildit, MissyAnne We're also on Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. So, all right, let's get started. Parks category. Now, you guys should be saving everything. When it comes to coins, keys, plat keys, cash, all of it. Save everything, okay? The sale is not that far away. You definitely want to save those regional coins as well. If you plan to buy regional trees, if you plan to, do hotspots, things like that, you're going to want to save up those. You guys should not be selling any VU items. You guys should be launching as much VU as you can, earning as many gold keys as you can, okay? So, a more popular purchase for the people just starting out is going to actually be the Modern Art Park. And the reason for that is because it's only 1,000 more coins and you get double the pop boost. Okay. So when you look at your kind of menu here, right? The little pink icon here with the number 3 next to it, that is the level requirement. Next to it where it says in storage, that's how many you have in your storage. The pop boost, that's how much of the pop is boosted a percentage, okay? So if it's 10%, then you figure every category has 100% in total. So when you place something down, see how it has these blue lines? Okay, so if you were to place this down in this area, anything within this vicinity would be getting boosted 10%. Now, that would leave you 90% left over that you could still boost your pop with. So if you end up, let's say, putting more than 100% there, what you'll notice is that there's no number. You're placing it down and nothing's being boosted because you've already maxed out the amount of boost that you're allowed to have for that category, okay? Now, if you look at the area, that is the number of squares that it covers. So an 8x6 would be 8 squares by 6 squares. All right. Now, as you kind of scroll over, some of these parks that you see in my main menu are limited time, Halloween type stuff that you get around the holidays and things like that. But the more common purchases are going to be the ones that are in your main menu, things like these here. Now, these ones I think are a complete ripoff. This one is another popular purchase. It's a 6x10. These two are pretty popular. This one is also popular because it's a 30% pop boost. 30% pop boost. This one is like a sideways one. So honestly, my favorite to buy around the Black Friday sale is actually going to be this one here. And the reason is because it's 25% pop boost, but I just like the look of it. It is a 8x8, so it's not, very big, but it only takes up 1 square on your map. Now, some of these are actually super expensive, so if it's something that you really like, then I would go ahead and get it while it's as cheap as possible. You've got the fish market, that's a 15% boost. It's 18,000 coins, which is kind of a ripoff, I think, anyway. Some of these, like I said, are limited time. All of those are limited time. Okay, so a lot of these, let's go to your other categories. Now, when you hit level 24, you're going to unlock epic projects. If your menu is not saying that you have unlocked epic projects, if you click on the category, right, you have to buy the department of before you can start purchasing anything within the category. Now, if you wait until Black Friday, you actually get the department of half price as well. Okay? So this, I always put these in storage. They take up space on your map, and they are only worth 1 epic point. Now, ideally, you want to buy a minimum of 3 pointers. You don't want to buy anything worth 1 or 2 points unless it's something that you actually like the look of. Before your epic project, you want to put those 1s and 2s in storage if that's the category in which you choose. Okay, so epic projects are super important in this game. They're something that you are going to need, okay, whether you're a war player, a high pop player, if you're just going for looks, whatever. So educate yourself on epic projects. I have tons of videos about that stuff. You should not have any trouble with epics. If you're not finishing your epics within 30 minutes at any level, you're doing something wrong, okay? So check out those videos. Now, okay, here is the education category. Now, the education category, as you guys can see here, you have a lot of options for the lower stuff, the ugly type stuff, like nursery school. You know, you've got the grade school, public library. Now, if you don't see an epic point here and you are level 24, then that means that your game is having issues. It's got this glitch where it's not being as, it's not doing what it's supposed to. What you can do is you can look up my technical issues on that subject. I have videos about that to try to get the game to initiate that for you. Now, as you can see here, remember when I told you guys to look at the requirements before and it shows the level requirement? Well, there's other requirements as well that you need to watch for. Like, for instance, this one says that you need the public library in order to buy the high school. In order to buy the community college, you need to have the high school. In order to buy the university, you have to have the community college. So before you can buy this, you have to buy all of these first. Now, typically, I tell people if they're just starting out, that they should actually purchase the transportation category because you don't have as many things that you have to purchase before you can buy the 3-pointers. These are the 3-pointers for you guys. And if you look, they're very oddly shaped in buildings. Whereas the transportation category, you get 3-pointers for 20 gold epic keys, or 20 gold keys, and you get 3-pointer epic, right? And it's only a 4-square building, which is nice. This, however, is pretty large, right? The building itself is pretty large. So if you're somebody who's going to want education epics, okay, and you are at least level 30, then you can actually purchase this one. And this one is usually, I believe it's 60 platinum. I know, it might be 40. 40 or 60 platinum keys, and they'll be half price of that. I think it's 40. Now, these are mayor's buildings, old mayor's buildings, so you won't have these available unless you've already earned them. These are the hot spots, okay? So if you look here, it tells you which regional map it belongs to, and then it tells you the regional population that you need to unlock it, okay? Now, when you set these down, they have 3 total, how do I explain this? When you place them down, you upgrade them. They can transform into 3 different looks, okay? So you can upgrade them each time. They get super expensive. I talk about this in another video. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and take a look. I do not recommend spending a ton of regional coins on these hotspots until you have all of the regional trees that you want, regional services, and your regional storage facility. Okay, and that's going to be 5,000 regional currency to get the storage facility. All right, now you have a couple of, well, I have these here. Always make sure that you're looking at 4-pointers and 3-pointers or higher. Okay. Now, let's go to the transportation category. So again, Department of Transportation, you can put this in storage. You don't have to leave it out once you purchase it. This one here is a 1-pointer. It's hideous. This one, you need a certain amount of London homes before you can purchase. Anything that you meet the requirements to purchase, if you purchase it, you meet the requirements, you place it down. You are able to pick that building up and place it down at any point in time, even if you do no longer meet those requirements. But you are not allowed to continue to purchase more of them until you meet those requirements again. So, for instance, I own one of these. I can pick this up and place it down, but I can't buy any more of them until I meet the requirements again. Okay? Now, if you look here at the very bottom, there is also a description of whatever the building does. For instance, this one says a massive metal balloon full of highly flammable gas. So it does have this little metal balloon that flies around your city. Okay? This one here is the balloon park. Give your Sims a chance to see their city from the air. So this is actually a hot air balloon park, and the hot air balloons will fly over your city. Now, this is kind of a popular one just because of the fact that it's hot air balloons, but in terms of epic points, it's not great. Okay, now this one is actually the one that you're going to want to purchase for pop boosting and if you are going to be somebody doing transportation epics. And the reason being is because it's a 50% pop boost, 18 by 18 area coverage, and it's a 3-pointer building. Hence why I have 42 of them, because I had to unlock my 5th regional map, and in order to do that, I had to boost my pop up to 10 million. Okay, this one here is the Omega Tube Terminal. This is a 3-pointer. It costs platinum keys, so this will be half price. Now, if you look at the level requirement, that's going to be a level 30 requirement. The rest of these two are mayor's buildings, and the last 5 are regional hotspots. Okay? Now, let's go to the beach category. Now, the beach category is a pretty popular category, actually. In terms of what to buy for your epics, a lot of people buy this one here. Okay, and the reason being is because you can fit so many of them. They are gold keys, so they're relatively cheap. Let's place one down here. Okay, so 22, so you could cut that in half. But you can actually, if you're following the Missy's Building Guide, you would be better off lining your beach with the Beach Delta. Now, they're 120 platinum keys, but half price, you're looking at 60. If you follow the Missy's Building Guide, you guys should have no less, usually, if you've been playing the Missy's Building Guide for a minimum of 5 months, you guys have no less usually than about 3,500 platinum keys. Okay, so if you aren't following the Missy's Building Guide, you should be. Check it out. It's definitely the way to go. It's the best building guide out there. It's going to be how you afford all of this stuff in November, okay? Now, you've got this here. This is Omega currency. You do not unlock this until level 30, and you need a total of 6 Omega homes before you can purchase it. You've got some other stuff, like this one here is a 3-pointer. It'll be half price. Let's see. Some of these are limited time. Some of them, like this one here is only a 2-pointer. Don't buy that one unless it's for looks. And again, make sure that you guys put these things in storage before you start your epic projects. All right, the entertainment category. This is the Entertainment HQ. You unlock this at level 20. Again, put it in storage. Now, this here is pretty hideous. Hideous. I'm not a big fan of the sports stuff. However, the football stadium. Okay, this one, I believe, is 550 cash. Now, this is an excellent option for your epic projects. Now, half price, that's excellent. It's got a 60% pop boost. However, it is a very large building, but it's a 4-pointer. Having 4-pointers over 3-pointers is going to be a huge benefit, okay? Now you've got the soccer stadium. That's only a 3-pointer. But it costs gold keys versus cash. I would prefer to spend the cash and get the football stadium. This I don't actually own. I don't care much for it. I do own one of these somewhere, don't know where. This one is a popular one, actually. It does look pretty cool. It's got some decent displays. Then you've got this. Now, this one is a really popular purchase. One, because it's a 60% pop boost. The area coverage is 20 by 20, and it costs gold keys. Now, another reason is because it's a three-pointer. The only bad thing about this is that it is kind of a pain in the butt to place because of its size. It's not 4 squares, right? I think it's a 3 by 3. So it's really annoying to have to place it, but it is a universal building, meaning that you can place it on the front side of the road and have it still facing you, which is awesome. This one, the Sumo Hall, total ripoff. Okay, population requirement is 230,000, 50 gold keys. So again, half price. Don't care much for that one. Opera House, this thing is huge. It is a three-pointer, and it is a 60% pop boost. It is a popular purchase for pop boosting, although it's so big that I don't know why you would actually purchase this one. Now, this is another popular purchase, the hockey arena. Not a bad price on that one, but the epic pointers are not great. That is limited. Now, this is actually a popular purchase because of the area radius, an 18 by 18. But honestly, I like the look of it. It's just super small. It's only 4 squares. This one is a super popular purchase because it costs cash. Now, cash purchases are always going to be more popular because they're easier to obtain. You can just pull out your credit card, purchase cash, and bada boom. Now, this one I used a lot of, and that was to boost my population. Because it's a 40% pop boost, and it's only 4 squares, and it costs cash, and it's a three-pointer, and it looks cool, right? So I did buy quite a bit of those to boost my population. Now, the rest of these are, mayor's buildings here. All of these are mayor's buildings. This is a really popular one. If you actually get the opportunity to purchase this later on down the road, it's the floating lanterns. Okay, it is a three-pointer, 40% pop boost. That one will not be available on Black Friday unless they miraculously come out with the sale, which I doubt. The rest of these are regional hotspots. As you can see, it tells you, kind of what you're looking at in terms of upgradable epic pointers, pop boosters, etc. Okay, so that's the entertainment category. Now, let's go to the mountain category. Now, the mountain category is one of my favorite categories, not because we have so many cool buildings, but because I really like the epic projects. Now, for those of you guys who haven't decided what kind of epics that you want to build, do not decide that based on what epic pointers you have, okay? Do not make that mistake. Always make sure that you are picking the style epics that you want to build based off what you actually like the look of. In the description below, there is a link to a photo album. It says design link, okay? It's like right at the very bottom of the introduction of the description of this video. If you scroll through there, there's a whole bunch of SimCity Buildit designs that are either mine or things I found from Reddit or some of your guys' designs. In that folder, there is close-up pictures of day and night of each category epic so that you can see up close which ones you actually like the look of, okay? Check that out before you decide which things you want to purchase for Black Friday so that you know what kind of buildings that you want to make. Now, this one here, if you read the description, this is the first one that you'll see. It is kind of expensive. It's an 11 by 30 radius, okay? It's a three-pointer, 60% pop boost, and what it does is it actually puts your city name on the back of your mountainside, okay? So it doesn't say SimCity, it says your city name. So if you ever see that in other people's cities, that's how you get that, okay? Now, some of these things you do have to purchase before you're able to purchase other items on here. So you'll need to get those, which they're not too expensive. I believe this is one of the things that you have to purchase. Then you've got this here, which honestly, this thing kind of sucks. This one isn't too bad. The paragliding center is kind of cool. You guys definitely want to take advantage of this half price sale, I'm telling you, okay? It only comes up once a year, and it's definitely worth your time. Now, these two things I think are ugly. This one here is a 3-pointer, 45% pop boost, but it's 25 gold keys. So not a real popular way to get your pointers there. This is 50% pop boost, 30 gold keys, 3-pointer. Not another popular one. Now, this is a popular one for the people who hack because they just like to spend, the cash because they can hack the cash, and they've got tons of them because they're super tiny, and they just line the back of their mountainside with it. Now, I don't actually purchase these. I think they're hideous. But if you wanted to have a whole bunch of 3-pointers, then you would go ahead with either that or the observatory. Now, the observatory is a really popular one because of its price. I believe this one's only 14 gold keys, if I remember right. And it's a 3-pointer with a 40% pop boost, and it's 5x20, okay? Now, another popular one is this one, just because of the look. But it is a little bit larger. These two items here are more expensive, both 3-pointers, but they look halfway decent. This is another popular purchase. Now, these two are the most popular purchase, I would say. Now, here's the thing. The 3-pointer, I think, looks better than the 4-pointer, but the 4-pointer is the way to go when it comes to efficiency on doing epic projects. So, if you're following the Missy's Building Guide, or you're somebody who has a ton of, let's say, platinum keys, go with the 4-pointer for half price. Get as many of them as you can. Now, typically, the people that started the Missy's Building Guide when it was first launched, they would be coming up on their second November sale. Most of them have already lined the front of their beach and mountain with all 4-pointer buildings, okay? Now, once you've done that, you can put those items in storage by simply holding down on them and clicking the little storage button on the right-hand side. Now, you're then able to buy other items so that you can continue on purchasing, because you can only, use so much space on your map. If you want to, you can travel to your regional map and put more items down there. This is another popular one, just because it looks cool. But these, I would say, go for it. If you have any platinum keys, get those big purchases done now so that you can save more. So think of it like this. Do you want to get a whole bunch of little stupid things that you can always purchase anytime? Or would you rather just get a whole bunch of huge items, save a ton, and then get those other little things later? For example, let's say that you have 800 or 1,000 platinum keys to work with. It would make a hell of a lot more sense to get all of your large purchases done now and save a hell of a lot more than to go through and buy a bunch of stupid little things like the little boats and things like that. Get all of your large purchases done first, okay? You can always buy this stuff. There's no rush on it, but the November sale is ideally what you want to do. So you spend the whole year stacking and saving things, platinum keys, cash, coins, gold keys, things like that, using the bare minimum of what you have to. Then the November sale comes and you, so throughout the year, you're going to buy anything that's limited time or holiday, saving all of your in-game normal purchases for November. When November comes, that's when you buy all of the normal in-game purchases, the things that are always there. Buy those in bulk, and then by the time the next November sale comes, odds are you probably won't even want for anything, especially if you're following my building guide and you're getting those Contest of Mayors mega wins done each week, okay? So, gambling. Now, this category is actually pretty small. Don't know why. Don't ask me why. Oh, I know why. Because EA sucks. Now, this category is unlocked at level 25. If you're following the Missy's Building Guide, if you have a ton of platinum keys, gold keys, cash, whatever, and you really want to buy some stuff for, the Black Friday sale, you can go to level 25 just fine. okay? I do have videos where I talk about what to expect, but basically the only difference is you're going to have a couple more production tasks, which isn't bad, right? Honestly, not a big deal. So if this is something that you really want, go for it. It only comes around once a year. It's not worth camping level 24, you know, for that long and over a couple production tasks, right? So here you have, this one is a really popular one for boosting population. It is a 2-pointer, so do not buy it if you're doing it for epics. I have a ton of these because I used them to boost my pop when I needed my regional unlocked. Now this one costs platinum keys, unlocks at level 30 because it's an omega item. It is a 50% pop boost with a 3 epic pointer. Okay, now this is a popular one, really popular, just because of the way it looks. It's a 50% pop boost, 3-pointer, but it's a 16 by 16. The only problem is the shape. It's a really weird shape to have to place. Okay, same with this one, both the same shape. Now, this one is 65% pop boost, 3-pointer. So if you have to go for pop boost or area radius, this one's going to be the way to go. Okay. Now, the rest of these are regional hotspots. So they do, like I said, they change shape, 3 different appearances based on whichever upgrade you do. You don't get the final appearance until the final upgrade, and most of them end up costing an astronomical amount. Okay, that takes care of the gambling category. So now let's go to landmarks. Now, landmarks is one of the really popular categories when it comes to a variety of 3-pointers. Why? Because they have so many to pick from. So when I had first started playing, I made the mistake of building my epics based on the category that I had the most pointers in, not the look of. And I ended up building 180 landmark epics. Now, if you click on my channel and you click filter and you go back to some of my very beginning videos, you'll see that I had a whole bunch of landmark epics that were gold. I ended up really hating my map and having to bulldoze them all because I hated it. And I suffered for like 5 years with it. And then finally I just said, you know what? It's just coins. I'll figure it out. I'll make it back. I really want a map that I like the look of. So you unlock this map or this category at level 30. If you are following my building guide and you are not ready to move up, do not do it. It's not worth all the hassle. You need to make sure that you are actually ready to go to level 30 before you actually go to level 30. If you are going into the second phase of the Missy's Building Guide and you are actually going to unlock this, then yes, okay, so for looks-wise, anything that you like the look of, buy it. But when it comes to pop boosters and epic pointers, we're going to go through which ones are going to be the best. So this is a 2-pointer. However, this is universal and this is universal. So this one actually changes shape. It kind of not changes shapes. It turns and conforms so you can use it as a universal building. Now this one, again, universal. This one is also universal. This one is not universal. Okay? This is a 3-pointer, 40% pop boost. It's just really oddly shapen and it's super tall. This one here is a 3-pointer, 60% pop boost, 18 by 18 radius. That is a really popular one for boosting your population. The reason that I didn't use it is because it costs a lot of gold keys. It's 40 gold keys. So if you can get a bunch of these in the November sale to boost your pop later, great. Now, this one you need 10 Tokyo homes. I usually recommend you guys build 1 upgrade on each, and then that way you can purchase these things. 60% pop boost, 3-pointer, ugly ass building. Okay? This is an extremely popular purchase. Everybody's pretty much got this damn thing on their map. 40% pop boost, 3-pointer, 16 by 18 Eiffel Tower. Okay? This is a universal building. This one actually costs platinum keys, 3-pointer, 60% pop boost, 18 by 18 area coverage. Now, this one is the one that I purchased a ton of. Not because of any other reason than, one, I wanted a 2x2 building. that had a large area coverage. It was a 3-pointer, and it was platinum keys. Now, normally I would not do that for a building that I don't particularly like the look of. However, the gold keys, the 40 gold keys, it was a lot. You know, I would rather just get this on sale, which I did, and that's what I ended up purchasing. Now, the Tokyo Tower is not a very popular purchase, even though it's a 70% pop boost. However, if you're going to go for a sale item and you're going to be using platinum keys, you're going to want to go with the Omega Tower. That's an 85% pop boost, and that's this one here. Okay, it's also a 4-pointer. So that's the one that I should have went with, but I didn't. Okay, this one here is an 80% pop boost. You can also purchase this one. This one is a 70% pop boost. It's a 3-pointer. I do actually like this castle. It looks pretty cool. This you get when you max out your VU tower. It's a 3-pointer, 50% pop boost, and it's a 2x2 building. These here are mayor's buildings. Okay, this one was just recently in the design challenge, so some of you may have recently got that one. This one is a 40%. That's also a mayor's building. All of these are mayor's buildings, mayors. This used to be in the worship category. They took that category out and placed those here. You do need to be level 40 for those. This is, I believe, a limited time purchase and a limited time purchase. Okay? All right. Now, the Mayor's Pass category, you don't get to buy anything in here. This is just the category where you earn all of the stuff from your Mayor's Pass. So that pretty much is it, you guys. Hopefully that was helpful to you. Oh, wait, nope, we got the landscape category. Now, this is where a lot of you guys are going to spend a majority of your, sorry, not a lot of you guys. For those of you guys who really like designing, this is where I spend a lot of my currency. Buy a bunch of trees and water now because, believe it or not, they're expensive and you need a lot of them to make beautiful designs. Now, one thing that you want to pay attention to is that the pond is 1 key. So that's going to remain full price. Okay. Now, the lake is 4 squares and it's an 8% pop boost. This one is much larger and it's a 16% pop boost. So if I was you guys, I would buy as many big lakes as you can and then get some little lakes as well. This here is actually a pretty decent walkway. These two are not bridges. Neither is this. These are walkways. Okay, they do not need water and you can place them over the roadways. Now, these are walls that you can use to build cool designs with. They're super expensive normally. Some of these towers are like 50 platinum keys or something like that. I don't particularly care much for them just because of the price, but when the November sale comes, I'm going to try some of the red walls so that I can finish my design on my limestone map. So the sandcastle is another popular one. I actually do like the look of this one. It looks pretty cool on the sunny map. The Plumb Bob Bridge. Now, this is a 16% pop boost, and it's the one that has the little light up green diamonds on it. This is a suspension bridge, Omega Bridge, this ugly ass bridge. We've got the cobblestone. All of these are relatively cheap in general. So like I said earlier, try to buy the ones that cost more so you save more. It doesn't make sense if something costs $10 and you can save $5, why wouldn't you buy something that's normally $100 and save $50 kind of thing? So that you can get those big purchases done first, because usually everybody always has, you know, the stuff to buy the cheapo stuff. It's the bigger items that are usually more difficult to obtain. Now, these 2 boats, I'm surprised these are the only 2 boats that we have, but they both cost platinum keys. This one actually costs less. I prefer this one because it's smaller and it looks nicer. Then we have these 2 restaurants. They're floating restaurants. They need water and a roadway, okay? Now, the trees. Here's the thing about the trees. Normally, they're 10 cash, right? These ones are typically, I believe, 100 cash. So I think that, no, these, okay, so the regional ones are 100 cash, and then they're 250 regional currency. That being said, I would actually, depending on what your regional currency amounts are, what you have purchased, you know, what level you are, what you want to buy, things like that, I would take advantage of the four square for $50, okay? Because it really sucks when you have to, one, place down single trees constantly. But regional currency can be hard to obtain. Whereas cash, for you guys on the Missy's Building Guide or for people that buy cash, it's a lot easier. So try to get some cash purchases of the 4-packs if that's what you want to do. And then, like I said, these are half price, so 125 regional currency per tree on a half price sale. Now, you get whatever ones are for whatever maps you have unlocked. Now, I have videos where I talk about how you can get those regional coins, you know, an easy way to get some of those coins. These trees recently came out. They are very expensive, so I recommend getting them in the November sale. Get as many of them as you can afford, or want, I should say, because they are not cheap, okay? Honestly, I think it's a little ridiculous how much they charge for the trees in this game. Now, we have... Personally, I don't care much for the yellow ones. They're hideous. We have these items here. This is 60 cash. I'll probably get 1 or 2 of those in the November sale, just because I like the fact that it has water in it. The winter trees are not available for purchase. Those are limited time. Now, these items here, this one costs coins and this one costs keys. Now, anything in this category does not require a roadway besides those floating restaurants and bridges, okay? Pretty sure that's about it. But everything else, like the animals and things, they don't require a roadway, which is really awesome. You can just put them out in the main area. This one costs keys. That's one of my favorite ones just because of the way that it looks. These campsites, I don't care much for. The hot spring is pretty decent. Stonehenge isn't bad. I used to call that thing the graveyard. But, you know. This thing, the crop circle, I don't care much for that one either. Then you've got these items here, which I believe are coin purchases. So, you guys, that pretty much covers it. You know, try to use your stuff, your resources, the best that you can. But more importantly, you have a very limited amount of time before the sale. So get those mega wins. Get my production plan out. Get those coins stacked up. Amp up that VU tower. Stop selling your VU. Start launching that stuff. Get those repairs done. Start building all kinds of regional items and selling them to the bubbles that pop up. Get those regional HQs done. Start stacking currencies up. I'm telling you guys, make sure that you're participating in your war features so that you're getting your war stuff, you know, and so that you can continue to win mega. All right, you guys, good luck to you. Hopefully this helps. This video was made upon request, so I will get that out to you guys. If you have a request, you're more than welcome to submit it in the comments section below. Join us on Facebook at SimCity Buildit, MissyAnne YT, or on Discord with the link below.